this Friday night, a cool event's happening downtown Nashville. I want you guys to know about. It's getting a lot of buzz already, so we figured we would bring it to you and let you know what's going on. Let's bring in Derek Bonnett with TriStar Boxing. Derek, it's so good to see you, man. How are you?
Joe, I'm doing great. Thank you. It's nice to see you, Justin, as well. I'm really happy to have you back. Have you guys have me back on? I was enjoying the bits today, all the references to Shawshank and all the other movies. Good humor, guys.
You're the one that's watching out there. All right, so Derek, let's talk about this event Friday night at Old Smoky Distillery, downtown Nashville. We're going to pull the screen up here in just a second, show the event, but this is really cool. A lot of people are talking about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tell us about this event Friday night.
Well, it's July 1st, our Friday night fights, 6th and Peabody. That's the venue. It's right on the Old Smoke at the Old Smoky Distillery. It's a really fun night of boxing, and it's going to be different from some of the ones that I've talked about with you all already, because this is really a night of boxing where it's young talent, 100% on the line. No one is. I mean, obviously, there's a main event, but there's no fighter here that is really more deserving of a main event over the other. They're all young, talented. We're talking guys 10-0 to 2-0, really looking to make their splash. We have Ryan Shaw from Nashville, Miguel Gomez, who's coming to us from Antioch, Larry Donald also fighting out of Nashville. So there's just a really nice bed of talent that the fans are going to see for some young guys who are really going to try to make a statement so that they can get their names out there.
You know, I went to the one down in Murfreesboro. You guys had the Bourbon and Boxing in Oak Grove, Kentucky. Great events. I mean, packed house, especially one in Murfreesboro, Derek. It was so much fun. And to see so many people coming out because people think, well, you know, while MMA is doing great and that's fine, everything, but people still love boxing. And the event that you guys put on was so well done, was so exciting. It just flowed really good. And I expect to see the same thing this Friday night in downtown Nashville.
I think you will. And, you know, Matt Young and I, our CEO, we were talking, and one of the things that he was just saying is like, you know, boxing is back. You know, in the 1930s, 40s, even into the 60s, like, boxing was one of the premier sports in the United States. And if you've been really following this year alone, some of the most important boxing matches are being made month after month. So the biggest promotion companies are doing very well. But even, you know, kind of the backbone of it all, the smaller promotional companies that help build these talents, you know, there's so many live cards just going through the schedule. And I'm seeing, you know, every weekend, more and more boxing cards at the local level are popping up. So to me, boxing is not just alive and well, it is thriving.
What is the cool thing about this Friday night? It's outside, correct?
It is. Well, it's going to be rain or shine because we have the capabilities of making it an outdoor or indoor event. The intention is for it to be outdoors, which it's not as common. I mean, you get to see every now and then you'll see one of the big Vegas fights being outdoors. It just seems odd seeing the fighters out in the sunlight. But it does make for a really different environment. It looks great. But you never know with the weather, so we do have the capabilities to bring it to have things set up indoors if the weather patterns don't look favorable to the event.
How was the bourbon and thing in Oak Grove, Kentucky? Because that got a lot of buzz too. That seemed like that was a lot of fun doing that because you did it in a casino, you did it in Murfreesboro in the hotel, and now outside. I love the different venues, Derek, that you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean boxing, it can fit just about anywhere. You know, most sports are limited to the stadiums, which they are, you know, typically housed in the home team. Boxing travels. Boxing can move around. We have our ring and we'll travel to a hotel such as Embassy Suites, which we're going to be back in July. To Oak Grove, as you mentioned, we'll be back there in August. And this is our first time at 6th and Peabody, downtown Nashville, Old Smoky Distillery. But you're looking at that picture. What a great way to see a professional fight. It's never been done here before. So what a great, great venue. I think the fans are going to just love it.
I look at the picture and love that you got to put a boxing ring right there in the middle. That place always is crowded down there. That's a win-win, Derek. That's everybody involved. To do something like this, there's got to be a lot of things by working guys working hard in the background to put this all together because you just don't put a ring up and say, hey, come out on Friday night and enjoy the fights.
Yeah, I mean, I think with most productions, there's always the people who, you know, the unsung heroes, those that go uncelebrated. So obviously, you know, we need to get lighting set up. These are things that are done in house. So, you know, Matt Young has his people to set up the ring, set up the ropes, get things in order, chairs, seating, all those things that need to be in place. We're going through on Wednesday to just to do a final walkthrough, just to check out all the the logistics of things. But it's one of those things where, sometimes because we're traveling around to different venues, different questions or hurdles pop up. So we have to figure them out. But this venue is going to work very smoothly. And I think it's going to be, a place that people are going to want to come back to for boxing. And hopefully they'll want to have us return too.
We're going to put the screen up here again, who all is boxing there on Friday night. So, that's one thing, Dirk, I'm glad you touched on it. I mean, Nashville's got a very vibrant, for people who don't know, a youth boxing scene that's happening. There's all these boxing gyms that are around, training facilities that are going on. I mean, it's really cool time now with youth boxing in Middle Tennessee, because so many young fighters are coming up. Again, the event in Murfreesboro was packed. A lot of people there. This is an exciting time for you guys.
Oh, very much. Some of the boxers that we'll see on Friday, are young men in their early 20s. But, TriStar Boxing has already is making, I guess you could say, contact with the next generation of fighters. So we meet with the coaches, and, we have relationships with people on the amateur scene, so that when those, we're talking about teenagers or even younger possibly, as those kids grow up and advance themselves through the amateur ranks, if they stick with it, boxing becomes something they want to pursue beyond that. You have to think about generations ahead. And, it was Matt Young was saying just the other day to me, he's like, I think I already have, some of the headliners for tomorrow already, in the back of my head.
Oh, absolutely you do. Again, shout out to Old Smoky Moonshine and Yeehaw Brewing to let this happen down there, because again, I don't know of any other event happening in recent in my memory of something this cool happening in downtown Nashville.
Well, I'm glad you're excited about it. I've been hearing all sorts of, clamor about it online through the social media. The fans everyone's asking, how do I get tickets? How do we get tickets? Well, we still have, general admission tickets, $50. You could get on www.tristarboxing.com. Click the get tickets link. It's a great thing. A lot of people on the Nashville pages, I'm looking for something cool to do this weekend. And I've been making sure that our poster's up there. So people, hey, if you're in town for Nashville, what's better than to stumble upon a professional boxing match?
You're right. And I got to tell you, as a guy on the fringe of not knowing a lot about boxing, but like going to events, the one you guys did in Murfreesboro, and I know I keep harping on this, but I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, Derek, because you've seen the boxing on the TV and they do it in casinos, but it was just so crowded there that night. People got into it. It was just so much fun because I'd never been before. My son loved it. People around us loved it. And I guess that's what you're going for, right? I mean, to take away an experience where you just have a lot of fun, enjoy the night. And that's what we did.
There's an end. Like I said, I've pretty much gone to every type of sporting event you could. I've been to Wimbledon tennis. I've been to World Championship boxing. I've gone to Scotland to see a World Championship boxing match. And there's just something electric about the difference of a fight. I mean, baseball's great, football's great, but there's just an energy that makes people want to stand up. They want to cheer. And you don't even. And the thing is, a lot of times you don't even necessarily have to know a whole lot about the sport of boxing at the biggest stage to really enjoy it. And I think you mentioned it too. And it's not just the guys coming out. The ladies love coming out for the fights. One of the biggest boxing fans out there is the actress Rosie Perez. I consider myself a knowledgeable person in the sport, and this woman would do circles around me with how much she loves and supports boxing.
That's great. Yeah, it was about 50-50 tonight in Murfreesboro. I was shocked by that. But again, you talk about it, females love sports, they love football, love boxing. So to put them away and say, don't, you won't like this it's nonsense. All right. So Derek, it is Friday night. What time should people get there?
The first bout's set to go off at 6 p.m. So doors typically will open, within the hour before that time period. Those are all projected numbers. Usually there's some, maybe, just shortly after 6 p.m. the first bout will go off. But that's where we're looking to get started to take advantage of that nice, the sun that'll still be up since it is an outdoor event.
Yeah. Love it. Derek, I will see you Friday night. We'll continue to promote this. Best of luck, man. I'm sure it'll be a fantastic success Friday night. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you and all of your watchers.
All right, Derek. Thank you. Derek Bonnett, that's the TriStar Boxing Friday night fights in downtown now.